You have been swapped.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Hey,
Hello?
chat.
Hello, chat.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
I got pretzel
Hello?
pieces.
But
I've got cheese and bread.
Honey mustard and onion flavored.
honey, mustard, and I
We are live, by the
hate
way.
that.
Mhm.
It's not that bad, Winter.
It sounds terrible.
It genuinely sounds like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
How to gross a Canadian out in 5 seconds.
I'm
I
sorry.
love how Sango's last character had Jotaro vibes, and now this character has Jolene vibes with the green hair.
I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen fucking part 6 yet.
I haven't either. No
I
spoil.
haven't seen any of it, and I'm not gonna.
The part that I'm at right now is literally on the boat where they break out in song and dance in the middle of nowhere with
Oh,
this
the
head
torture
that
dance?
has like.
Oh, you're at the.
That was the
the-
last episode I see.
Yeah, she's at torture dance.
Torture dance.
That's what it's called.
Like it came out of nowhere, and we were
Mhm.
laughing so hard at it.
So, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Mimilive and the Thief of Smiles. We are approaching very speedily, so approaching the end of this journey. We are but a few miles away from Shady Sands, the kingdom of what used to be prosperity and now it has become sadness. To a group of heroes rushes to confront the dread dragon and stop it before it gets even summoned to this realm to save the world from all the bad stuff. Last time we left off, the group got betrayed. They were attacked by mind beasts that tried to break their resolve, but the only thing that they managed to do is to reforge it even stronger, as they were aided by a mysterious half elven woman wielding a huge, big ass crossbow. Uh, the team has now uh, uh, gathered their belongings, gathered their wits, and headed outside of the temple, the ancient temple. They visited an obsidian kind of church where they learned more about the gods and the world and the culture of Shady Sands. And they have heard that sometime in the past months, the people of Shady Sands have become sadder, more, more, no smiles. It's like the smiles got stolen by like a thief of smiles. But yeah, pretty smart, right?
You said the
Now,
title. All right, roll credits, boys. We're done.
okay,
Let's
we did
go.
it. Good, good run, good run.
Thank you guys so much for
And-
watching.
and, and now, I will let my beautiful, beautiful players present themselves, starting from right to left with Nina.
Sorry, I've bread in my mouth. I'm chewing.
Amazing.
I'm hungry. I only had a bowl of cereal and ice cream and a little bit of hot sauce and fish today.
It's okay.
That's
I'm
fine.
not judging. Not judging.
Listen, throughout
Okay.
this adventure, you have to eat at some point. You can't just walk for 50 miles or plus and not have any food.
You gonna share that?
True.
Stranger
Hey,
danger.
that reminds me. You know that one time that I walked 3 hours to go to the store?
Yeah.
I might do it again.
No, don't do that. Just take the bus. Just take the bus.
I'm Princess Nina. I'm a paladin who likes to heal and is very angry sometimes, but usually not. Also very shy.
Usually not. Lies.
Adorable. Next, neck meat.
Wow. Neckmeat is halfling monk. Still don't have the third fork yet. We're working on that, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And enjoy chicken nuggies, Stranger Danger, and Gremlin vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. Next is Sango.
Hi, I'm Songo. I used to play a character called Songo. She betrayed the group, so now I play. I forgot what the actual full name of the character is called, but I play. Oh Jesus Christ! I forgot.
Mela Cadenza.
Oh my
I can't
god.
read that last part.
Mela Condensa
What?
I thought it would be funny to have musical terms. I regret this immediately.
Mela for short.
Mel for
Mel
short.
Melon.
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 Melon for
Melon.
short.
Melon
Your hair is
Cadenza
like
de
a melon.
Crescendo.
Okay, you know how in the game Facade where it's just like MS Paint where if you say melon you immediately get kicked out?
Mm-hmm.
Just call her melon, she like
Oh.
just smacks you or something.
New lore.
But what about Cocomelon?
It has melon in it.
No.
Oh no.
Nina, it's funny that you bring that up because it's for babblers.
We're gonna get sued.
Mm,
We're super gonna get sued.
Mm-hmm.
Is the stream okay or is my Wi-Fi just messing up?
sounds good
looks
on
fine.
my end.
Okay, it's just my Wi-Fi. Just my wifey.
Her poor
The
wifey.
wifey.
I
My
think she
wifey.
needs some coffee.
Oh, talking about needing some coffee. Next is Wintercat.
I am Winter Cat. I am Sippy Coffee. Secret princess, cat snow, thief, bag, magic. There you go.
Mhm.
Big Magics. Awesome. And today we move to. I'm gonna set up the scene. You guys are in beautiful plains of a deep blue grass that you've been walking on for a little bit. The main road and the nearby plains are solid, but you can tell that reaching the deeper into the open field, it is surrounded by a swamp that starts in little spots, and then as you go deeper into Shady Sands, when you look in front of you, you see that it starts encompassing the land itself. Beyond that, a huge mountain with a great city that has been constructed all over it. So instead of looking like it's obviously shaped like a mountain, but it looks like a huge city that spirals up into this great, almost dilapidated and abandoned castle from which a faint ray of purple energy shoots into the sky and starts sucking up a vortex of darkness and purple thunder that becomes less and less powerful as it goes away from the center. But it's very concentrated on top of Shady Sands itself. And yeah, you guys arrive, leave the church, the obsidian church of the forgotten god. What are you doing? Do you feel like doing anything specific right now?
I'm just gonna mope around following Neck Meat because I couldn't fit the obsidian church in my bag.
Oh yeah, you tried to do that.
Yeah.
Not to mention, she tried to stick me into her bag and just cause reality
Caused
zero
like
to
nearly the
explode.
end of the campaign.
You
Yeah.
got saved by a Deus Ex grandma.
Deus ex grandma. Now I'm scared of grandma.
I love Grandma
You
more
should have
now.
been. The first thing she said was she was
Think it
willing
was
to stab
possible.
a man to death. And now you're scared of her?
I mean, an old lady with a knife is a lot less scary than a extra dimensional demon with a knife.
True. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah, actually. I can see.
Bill Cipher looking headaches. Sorry.
Uh, but yeah, okay. So, are you guys advancing through the lands of Shady Sands? Are you looking for a town to spend the night? It is. The sun is setting now. It is reaching nighttime.
Nina will just kind of like strike casual conversation with Melon
Just
as she looks like into the distance for any towns that.
Mella's
walk
gonna
through.
smack Nina as soon as she hears
Hey!
Melon.
I didn't call her Melon, not in character, only in not character.
I'm still gonna smack you for that.
Maybe we should drop this person on the side of the road, smacking people for no reason.
Calling me Melon. But you could continue, Nina.
Tina,
That's all there is really. Just she talks to
what did she
Songo.
say?
Just like casual conversation stuff, like hi, how are you? How you doing?
So, no, she'll just. Mel would just be like, hanging in there. Looking for this big next hunt, you know.
Can I search through Melon's pockets while she's distracted?
Mela, roll me a perception check. Winter, roll me a sleight of hand check.
And we're back to stealing from each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
come on!
What are you looking for in her pockets? Anything specific?
I just want to see what she has, to be honest.
Okay, you start reaching into her pockets. She has like a Batman belt. You know the ones that have like pouches in it? She has like
Go on then.
like around a dozen pouches around her waist. You start your hands. It is basically like your bag in the sense that even though the opening is smaller, your bag is like the the elastic kind of bindings that you can like stretch it to fit like a bunch of things in it.
Yeah.
These ones
Oh.
are made out of leather to be like more resilient, so they are not capable of like you wouldn't be able to put a person in here, but like you can put your arm in them, and like you reach down and you try and you can like put your whole arm in there, no problem, and you find like good berries, you find a bandages, you find cow
A
drops,
dragon.
and you find you do pull up like a whole ass red dragon, like young red dragon tooth from one of them, or a claw maybe. You can't tell. You're not very proficient in this stuff. You put it back in. You find a pouch that just has bolts in them, like long because they are bolts for this huge heavy crossbow she has. They are as thick and long as your arm, so they're really big bolts. And then like you put them
Ooh.
back in.
I'm-
Yeah, you find that kind of stuff.
Can I take just one of the bolts?
Yeah, you grab one of the bolts.
Okay, that is all.
Awesome.
My fucking. No, I'm kidding. I just not realizing.
Yeah, you're too busy looking at Nina, worried. Like you can tell she wants to call you Melon, but she hasn't said anything. But you can tell that she's thinking. You're too focused on that kind of vibe.
Mela has weird complex.
Yeah. In her home village, she used to be called Melon all the time by the kids, by the other kids.
Aw.
Do I need to roll a perception check to try to see a town in the distance?
You do not. You Shady Sands. You still haven't reached the swamp. That's like the southmost area of Shady Sands. And Shady Sands looks small in the map, but it's pretty damn big actually. I just didn't have space to make it big. But you looking around, you see where the swamp starts to the left of the road. There is a fork, and at the end of it, you see a quaint small town of like circular, like circle-shaped huts with dried purple hay as tops. And you see like little puffs of smoke coming out from some houses. you see people there. You see like a caravan. There's like a merchant caravan going south. So yeah, you see that at the
Merchant.
distance. Merchants.
Purple hay. I'm intrigued.
Nina will give a couple of pats onto Mel's head. Mella? We'll
You could say
give
either
a couple
Mel or
head
Mella.
pats. And then we'll kind of mention to the party that we should head towards that town there. We need some rest.
Mm,
I agree. We should head there.
That's
Awesome.
fine with me.
Also, outside of character, I'm very sorry, but I gotta go use the bathroom.
You're good. You're good.
That's fine.
So you guys arrive to the town. I will say, while Nina is gone, Nina's character is gonna be taking care of the accommodations. Uh,
I gotta
the-
forget my throat. Sorry.
so like you're right. There's only one inn in this town. It's quaint, shaped like a U-shaped inn, and like in the center of the open space of the U, it's like a almost like an inner little garden with a fence closing it up from the outside, and it has a spot for people to make campfires, and you see like it's big enough for like two uh, uh, merchant like not caravans, it's like wagons have been stationed inside, and you see like a couple of people, like 5 or 6 people already sitting around a campfire. It's big enough for like many more people. It's obvious that this place has seen better times for sure. But while Nina takes care of that, you guys have the town and have this area here for yourselves.
I would like to go to the merchant. I have something I wish to find.
Sure, yeah. You approach the merchant. You can tell this person is a merchant because from the people that are around the campfire, most of them are like, they have like armor on. They seem like mercenary types or adventurer types. But there's one person that is dressed in very fine silks. You can tell that they have tied their what usually is a flowing cloak. They have tied it up with their like garments so it won't touch the ground to not get dirty. And you can see that they are like huddled above like a cut log to not like dirty their shoes on the dirt in the ground. They're kind of like huddled up, chatting to people. And you can tell this definitely is a merchant. They're not dirty. They don't look battle hardened at all.
Wonderful. Hello, are you a merchant, sir?
Oh, hello. Well, yes, of course I'm a merchant. How can I help you, dearie?
I've been searching for some fruits and vegetables. I was wondering if you sell any of those?
Oh, well, I do. Yes, I have goods both for consumption and for entertainment. Uh, I do have to say, it is very gladdening to see another happy face around here. Most of the people here are downers. They don't even want to pay for anything. Oh my goodness, it's been so hard to get a client. What can I get you? What kind of vegetables are you looking for?
I'm
Fruits
looking
and vegetables.
for some melons.
Melons, yes, of course. And he kind of like claps twice, and like the guy that is sitting right next to him, this guy covered in like leather armor, scars on his face, short like red muffled hair, young guy, kind of stands up, like puts a very big sword to the like the side of the log he was sitting on, and goes, "Yeah, boss, gonna do that." And turns around, goes to the caravan, and starts looking for stuff yeah,
Oh.
starts looking for the melons. Uh,
So,
a few, yeah.
so how long have you been here, sir?
Oh, I've been here for, I would say, week. Although I've been mostly just wasting my time trying to sell some extra goods. Most of the things in the caravan are not for sale. I've been hired by my company to bring them to Shady Sands, to the castle. It's not every
Oh.
day you get to do business with a royal, that's for sure.
Oh, you did business with a royal.
I mean, I've never done it before, but we got hired to bring some stuff, so yeah.
Wow. Well, if you're ever looking for another place to sell your goods, I have a place in mind.
Oh no.
Oh, really? Oh, I mean, sure, yeah, I would have to talk about it. I'm not an independent merchant. I work for a mercantile company, so it's not really like I have like all the freedom in the world. I would have to, depending on what the kind of deals we do, I would have to talk about it with the company itself.
So, which royal are you planning to go and sell things to?
Oh, he kind of takes out like notes and looks. Uh, doesn't say a name or title specifically. It's just the royalty of Shady Sands. I imagine he points at the big ass castle. I imagine that kind of ominous place atop the mountain.
I didn't know that there even was any royalty here. I'm kind of
Oh, I didn't
curious.
either. I didn't either. I honestly, I thought the royalty was overthrown like 50 years ago, back when the whole dragon thing happened. But I guess one of them must have survived, and back at it again. Royalty will be royalty. What can I say?
Wow. Well, if you're interested in any helping hands, please let us know. We'll be here for a few days.
At that point, the guy comes back with a box full of melons, and he kind of like softly places it in front of you, and goes like, "We're good, lady. Don't even worry about it. This guy has us, and we're really good at what we do. We crack skulls open like it's a pinata and a child's birthday. Like, I'm telling you, we do
Hmm.
good work." It's
Nice.
like, yeah, they have cracked skulls open and such. It was incredibly traumatizing. I've never seen such levels of violence in my life. But, you know, they kept me safe, so.
Mhm. So how much for this entire box of melons?
Oh, that'd be, you here use gold, silvers, and coppers, right?
Yeah.
I'm not used to this land's money. It's honestly very passe. We usually use royals where I come from. But that would be, I'm doing the translation, the money exchange. That'd be 2 gold for the whole box. It should, if kept in proper conditions, not in an open space, preferably in somewhere where it can be slightly colder than room temperature. It should last you for a few good months.
All right. Here's 2 golds, and I hand him
Oh,
some.
well, thank you very much. He takes the gold. He kind of like puts them in a very nice little frailed sack of leather sack and hands you over the guy pushes a little bit the box towards you. The
I
mercenary dude.
I like grab my bag from my back, lift open the covers, and I swoop it in like magic.
Yeah. The mercenary dude looks impressed. He like, whoa, oh my god. The merchant man kind of like nods. I mean, like, oh, I see him doing business with someone with uh good acquiring potential. I see you're not just any kind of smug adventurer.
And that's when you grab
Nice.
him and shove him in the bag with them.
And we roll initiative.
The brain. Yeah, we've been on an adventure for a long time. We're very well prepared in pretty much any scenario.
I see. Interesting. That's really good to hear. Well, uh, yeah, it is really good to hear. He kind of thinks and goes, "So, what are you here for, actually, now that we're talking about your adventures? Are you here to slay a monster? To save a princess? That kind
Something
of
Oh,
like
business?"
that.
I'm
We
back now.
Welcome back,
Welcome
Anita.
back.
Uh, we currently got a little bit betrayed by someone, and we're looking for that person. Uh, a
Oh,
little bit here, a little bit of that. I'm kind of also like we're just curious about the world around us when we go about. For example, the castle, new king. We'll definitely have to go see that at some point. That sounds cool.
oh yeah. Oh, who are you looking for? Maybe you've seen them? I've been around this place for a while now, so maybe I've seen them pass by, depending on how long it's been.
Uh, I will describe, uh, Songo.
He goes home. I would have remembered seeing someone like that for sure. It's not every day you see a muscular Goliath of a woman with purple hair, for sure. I haven't. And he looks at the mercenary and he goes, and the mercenary looks like he's thinking, like he's remembering something. He goes, "Well, I've seen someone like that. She was, yeah, I've seen a group. I didn't talk to him, but I clocked her because she looked like a known and about mercenary herself. Yeah, I've seen some matching that description for sure. Yeah,
Oh, where'd you see
100%.
them?
They walked through this town not but a few hours ago, maybe. She
Really?
was, yeah, she and her friends were like, passing through. They didn't stop long. They didn't buy anything. And I just kind of clocked them from afar.
Did she say anything?
None of them said nothing. They were talking between themselves, really. Although it looked more somber than anything. Professionalism. Maybe the people that, I think, obviously, like the people she was with hired her for sure. Um, but I guess they just wait people for talking and chit chatting.
Hmm. Do you remember which way they even went?
I mean, he points at the huge castle with a laser beam coming out of it. Well,
All right, I might have an offer for you then, because I think
Oh.
they might be in the castle, and you have a
Oh.
ticket in.
We do, yeah. And the merchant kind of takes over the conversation. We do have a ticket in, yes.
Hmm. So, what will it take for giving us a ride there, passing us by helpers?
I don't know, how much are you ready to offer?
10 gold?
Mm, I'd a zero to that at the end, and I might consider.
5 gold. and
Oh,
I
but
don't,
think.
and I don't put you all in my bag.
Oh, darling, think about this. We have a ticket into the place you want to enter, and
Mhm.
we can not only get you there fast, but we can also hide you through the whole screening process to get you inside the castle. And after we do our business, whatever you want to do there is whatever you want to do there. It's your business, it's your business, my business, it's my business. So I think that's a hefty price. I am risking my company's reputation with royalty for this.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna try something pretty dramatic right now.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? I'm gonna do this. If it will let
What do you want to do?
Oh no.
Hold person. Okay.
me.
Oh goodness.
I'm doing hold person, right? Oh,
Uh-huh.
cancel.
Tell
Stop.
me what you plan to do.
I'm gonna hold that person, run behind him quickly, and swoop his entire caravan in my bag.
Okay. Hold person.
Mm.
It is an action to cast, and it has verbal, somatic, and components. So this is not a thing that you just look at someone and they get held. This is a thing where you move your hands and say magical words, so they immediately know you're casting a spell on the guy. So they all are on the ready. Now I need to roll for him. I do have stats for him. So I'm gonna roll hold person first and foremost.
Cat's just gonna die on a random street.
He gets a 19 plus 2, so that's 21. So he passes the save. He got a 19 on the dice. Now, this is what happens. I need Wintercat to roll initiative, and anyone else who wants to start a fight to roll initiative as well. Remember to click your characters when you do that.
Where am I at the moment? Like, which
You were
physical
just
form?
arriving. You were in the inn, arranging to have like a place to sleep at night, and they were in the backyard of the of the inn.
24.
I
And
will
now you're leaving
just-
and you're seeing this happen.
I'll just say that Nina doesn't leave the inn and she doesn't see it because I don't want to take part.
Awesome. Okay.
So she'll probably just be in her room praying or something and she's gonna
Beautiful.
hear about this later and be
So Winter
infuriated.
and Mel, Winter,
What?
both of you.
Nekmi, are you
so-
joining?
Neckbeat's nowhere to be found.
What?
Beautiful.
Where are you?
Winter and Mel, you two, Mel, you see this happen, and you're very like instinctual, so you immediately clock that the guy, as soon as Winter starts moving her hands and casting a spell, this mercenary guy seems to have fought spellcasters before, because before she even says the first parts of the incantation she's trying to cast, he already started reaching for his weapon. And you see also two other individuals in this circle of the campfire are also like reaching to grab something to their side or behind them, and you see a couple more people in the caravans behind the campfire, kind of like getting ready for combat. But Winter, you do go first. You cast the spell and it didn't work. Mel, you're second. What do you do?
First off, Mal's gonna like look at Winter and be like, "What did you do?"
Listen, we need this. This is our ticket.
Yeah, but you.
They were extorting me for lots of monies
That's
when I
not
was
how you
trying to be
negotiate-
friendly.
It's not how you negotiate, though.
They were being difficult, and then
Aggressive negotiations.
don't worry, we won't kill them. We'll just put them in my bag until until we get to where we need to be.
You're not gonna hold them hostage, are you?
Just temporarily.
Don't hold them hostage.
It's only temporarily.
Even if it's temporarily, don't hold them hostage.
Would you rather kill them?
No, I'd rather injure him. Like this. Hang on, I gotta find my crossbow in my list. Like this.
That who are you shooting?
The person that Winter is holding.
Oh, the person, the merchant.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
merchant.
you. Well, this does hit actually. Yeah, you pierce the guy you pierce the guy with
I'm
one of your
hoping
crossbow
it's the
bolts.
shoulder.
Okay, you shoulder bump the guy with your bolt to the shoulder. He looks really hurt. You have another attack though.
I'm not gonna attack, but I'm just Mel is gonna take her dagger out and wave like, all right, if anyone gets any closer, I will shoot. And you, cat, you white cat, you don't take people hostage.
Are you trying to intimidate them or are you trying to persuade them?
I guess intimidate.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check. Flat. You get disadvantage. You would have gotten disadvantage because you already shot, but you also have advantage because you hit the guy. 7
Yeah.
intimidation. Awesome. You say this, and the mercenary leader kind of smiles and goes, "Girly, you need to say that before you shoot. Now we have permission to engage." And he's gonna rush in, and he's gonna attack you first, and he's gonna signal something to the other people in the mercenary company with him. First attack, it's a natural 20.
Oh,
That's 2d6. You get 6 damage on the first hit.
mm-hmm.
And the next hit is 18 to hit. And you get another 5 damage with that. And then he's gonna use his I don't remember the name of it. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name of the ability. He's gonna use his fighter ability that gives him another set of attacks. It's gonna do 2 more attacks against you. That's just a 13 to hit. Does that? What's your AC?
13.
Okay, that hits, and that's another 13 actually. So,
Oh no.
that's 10 more damage.
2 is just a flesh wound.
Yeah, he's just slashing at you now.
Just like slashing, just like,
Yeah.
I fought bigger beasts than you!
As you're saying that in the middle of your sentence, you are speaking, but there is no sound. Both the slashes and your shouts are completely silenced. As you see one of the people in the circle flick a wand and say an arcane word, and suddenly the sound in the immediate area of you is completely, and Winter and everybody in a 20-foot radius, completely silent. You can't hear any. There's no sound. And the other person is going to use a crossbow to shoot at Winter. That is a 17 to hit.
15 it hits.
You take 3 damage.
Oh.
You roll minimal. The rest of the mercenary group is just now finished preparing to fight. So, Winter, it's your turn.
Oh god. Let me look here. Kind of want to thunder wave.
You cannot because you're silenced.
Oh, I'm silenced. I can't do any magic.
Yeah.
You can do some magic. It just can't be any magic that requires your voice.
Well,
I don't
Thunder Wave is
know.
special because spells that use thunder rely on sound. So if you're inside the area of a silent spell, even if you could cast it, it wouldn't do anything because there's no sound.
Yeah, but you can still cast other spells depending on
Yeah.
whether or not they require your voice.
If the spell doesn't have any verbal components, if it doesn't have B in the component list, then you can probably cast it, depending.
Sorry, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back now, I think.
Welcome.
So,
Yeah.
I assume I can't use Thorn Whip or anything like that, right?
It depends. Does Thorn Whip have verbal components to the spell?
Don't know. Yes.
Thorn Whip
Here,
does. So in
I'll show you.
components, if it has
I
a
see.
B in components, it means that it cannot be cast when you're in silence.
Yeah, there's 3 types of components that can be on a spell. V is verbal. S is, I think
Oh,
it's like
sorry. Looking.
I was just gonna
Somatic.
ask what.
somatic. Yeah, that's what it is. Where it's like hand gestures and stuff. And M is material.
I only have one thing that isn't verbal.
Oh, there goes my coordinate.
It's just shaping water.
Yeah.
They've
Oh my
completely silenced you. Oh no,
Just
cat.
grab
They
the bottle.
silenced me too. Don't worry.
Just grab the
Yeah, but you
bottle
have a
of
gun.
pink water
Wintercat
and
has
just
nothing.
No, no, I know.
set it
I
to
know she.
something that
I
can
know I have a
explode
gun,
and throw
but
it.
What is this again? Can I use that?
Scimitar. Yeah, you want to attack the
Merchant.
the merchant?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a non-lethal attack, or are you trying to kill him?
Non-lethal. I want to shove him in my bag.
Okay. Okay. First and foremost, you get an attack of opportunity because you are leaving the range of the mercenary to do this.
Hmm.
He fails. Natural 1. You rush past him. He whiffs a swing at you. You reach the merchant and you hit him with your scimitar with the blunt side. He gets completely knocked unconscious, and then you shove him in your bag.
Thank you.
Awesome. That's your turn. Mel.
so I got a question.
Yeah.
If a spell has all 3 letters, for verbal, sign and does that mean I still can't use it because I'm silenced or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it has the V, then it can't do it.
Wait,
Alright,
does the silence still count if the merchant's in the bag now?
The merchant did not cast the spell.
Oh wait, who cast the spell?
Somebody.
There were
Oh,
3 people around the
mercenaries.
campfire. The mercenary you're fighting,
Mercenaries.
a guy with a hand crossbow, and a guy with a wand, a lady with a wand. The lady with the wand cast the spell. Now you're a spellcaster. You know, and actually Mel too. You know that if you hit a spellcaster, there is a small chance that whatever spell they just cast will disappear.
You have
Mhm.
to concentrate.
Yeah, most
Yeah, aim
the
for
silence
the
is a concentration
spellcaster.
spell.
Mm.
So if you gank the spellcaster, then there is a chance that the silence will be broken. Mel,
Good.
it's your turn.
Might as well try to shoot at the spellcaster.
Awesome.
Just gonna click that.
Oh,
That misses. You shoot and it
Completely
goes
missed.
completely to the wayside. Yeah. You have another attack. You have 2 attacks per round.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
try to shoot at her again.
Wishing you
Critical hit
luck.
on the floor.
Oh
Natural
my
20.
god.
Roll your damage. That is 8 plus 5. That's 13 damage. I'm gonna take note of that. 13 damage. And she has to roll. She needs to get a 10 or higher to keep the spell. She has a +1 to this. Yeah, she keeps the spell up. She rolled an 11 plus 1.
Mm.
But she did take damage. That's a plus.
She did take damage. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is Mel's turn. You still have your movement if you want to use it.
I guess Mel just tries to reposition like a bit farther away.
Yeah, you know that if you walk like 20 feet away, you will be outside of the silence.
Mm. I'm just gonna like walk 25 feet away, but like still be positioned to see where the guy with the crossbow is.
Yeah, it's an open area, so you do have time for that.
Sweet. And
You do
then
have space
after
to do that. Awesome.
I'm
The
good.
mercenary guy, seeing that Mel has retreated back, he's gonna look at Winter and he's gonna attack her. So that hits, and that hits. That's a 17 and an 18.
Of damage?
No, to hit.
Oh, I'm gonna like, if it's
you-
17 and 18, I'm down.
No, you receive 10 damage.
10
from
damage in
this
total?
2 attacks. 10 damage total.
Okay, thank you.
No, actually 13. Sorry, because it's 2 different attacks, so it's +6.
Okay.
13 damage. And then the spellcaster is, because they're outside the silence that they set up, they're gonna cast Magic Missile at Wintercat, so that's 3d4 plus 3. So you receive another 12 damage. 3 little bolts of magic energy just blast into your side. And then the person with the crossbows, they see Mel retreating. They think she's probably like leaving you behind. So he's gonna shoot at you, Winter. That hits. That's more than enough to hit. You receive wow, they rolled really well. You receive 12 damage
I'm
maximum.
down. I'm down.
Awesome. This person is not gonna try to kill you. They're trying to incapacitate you. So you fall unconscious on the ground, and that's the turn of the mercenaries. Actually, there are 3 more mercenaries.
Oh.
They're all gonna shoot like hand crossbows at Mel. That's a 13 to hit, so that hits. That's a fail, and that's a 17 to hit. So yeah, so 2 of these hit. Wait, hold on. It's D8. It's not D8.
How much hit points?
11 hit points of damage. You picked a fight with mercenaries, and 2 of your teammates are not even there.
One chose not to be here.
Well, it's okay. Well, yeah, they get to choose.
I had intentions for my character to like go to a room and just pray because she's currently having an existential dread about her religion. She thinks her God hates her.
Existential
So that was like the
religion
first thing I
shit.
wanted her to do, and it's the only thing she's doing right now.
Yeah.
Because she didn't
Win-
expect you to go and try to kill a bunch of mercenaries.
I wasn't trying to
Yeah.
kill them. I just wanted to get us a ticket into the castle.
You had a ticket.
You
you
had way more than enough money to pay what they
Yeah.
asked.
I did not want to give them any more of my money than I did not want to pay another $100 for the cause. I'm sorry.
This
I'm
is why
already
you're not a
down so
princess
many.
anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Winter, you're unconscious, so you don't have a turn. Mel, it's your turn.
Christ. Well, Melo's just gonna look at so it's the mercenary, the guy with the crossbow, and the magic lady.
There are
right?
4 people with crossbows, hand crossbows.
Right.
There's
Okay.
a spellcaster, and there is a guy with a big ass sword.
And I am out of the range for silence.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is cordon of arrows.
Okay. You plant 4 pieces of non-magical ammunition, arrows or crossbow bolts, in the ground within range and lay magic upon them to protect an area. Until the spell ends, whoever a creature other than you comes within 30 feet of the ammunition for the first time on a turn, or ends its turn there, 1 piece of ammunition files up to strike it. The creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1 piercing damage. Awesome, yeah. So you
Yes.
basically throw 4 pieces of ammunition to the air, and they
Yep.
shimmer with the green light and embed themselves into the ground. And that's your action. Do you want to do anything else?
Is there anything I can use as like a shielding around the area?
There are a few trees here. You could try to take cover behind one of them for sure.
Can I try to?
Yeah, you effectively take cover behind one of the trees, making it harder for the spellcaster and the shooters to get to you.
All right. Then I am my turn there.
Awesome. The mercenary guy will approach you, entering the range of this thing. What's your spell DC? Your spell save? 14. Yeah, he fails. Roll 1d6 of damage.
Yep. Give me a moment. D6. Oh.
He takes 1 damage. The ammunition flies, spins in the air and shoots at him, and he evades it and gets like a cut on the cheek. And he goes, another for the collection, and he's gonna keep rushing at you and attack you twice because he's a melee fighter, so he doesn't get affected by cover.
My points. No.
That hits, and that's a natural 20.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Just gonna collapse like on the ground afterwards.
That is, he's not trying to kill you, but that is 15 damage.
Alright.
Yeah, you fall unconscious?
Yep.
Awesome. We move to, we leave initiative. We move to Neckmeat. What are you up to, Neckmeat?
Neckmeat is checking for any restaurants. Just completely like basically just like dumpster dive, just like any good food that they have left over.
Yeah, you don't find restaurants because this is a very small village, but you do find a tavern around the area. You see like people in the town kind of chilling and having a good time drinking. This restaurant is not like an enclosed space. The tavern is very much a hut that has like drapes that work as a rough roofing around it, and like an open space eating and drinking area. And you see a bunch of the townspeople there, kind of sad and, like depressed looking, kind of drinking very slowly, chatting to one another.
Wow. Are there any just like scraps of like leftovers left around?
Sure, yeah. There are a few plates that haven't been cleaned up yet that have some food in them.
Neckmeat's just gonna yoink what it likes and just leave.
Yeah, you fill up a plate filled with food. You see that there's like an omelet that was once very round but was half eaten, but you can definitely tell it had a drawn in ketchup, a little face in it, but it's a sad face instead of a happy face. This I'm 14 and this is very deep. Okay. So yeah, what do you do
God.
now that you have your little treasure trove of scraps in your plate?
Neckmeat's just gonna walk out.
Where do you go?
Where it feels like going.
I mean, there's a lot of places here. There is a nice little like hill that it ends up in a cliff that outlooks into the open swamp ahead of you. It has a little beautiful little vista of shady sands at the distance, and it has like in the open sky, so you can see the stars, whatever stars you can see between the clouds of darkness. And although it has a beauty to it, right? Like the beautiful purple lightning illuminating the swamp every once in a while. It has its beauty to it, even if it's a little macabre.
Oh. Neckmeat's gonna go around looking for a third fork.
Sure, yeah. Roll me a D100. Let's see how lucky you are today. 80.
Ooh.
Okay.
80.
With an 80, you manage to find a decently sized fork. It seems that once, like upon a time, the tavern you just took scraps from was more popular enough to need a sign for people to know to identify it from the other places here. And that sign was a beautifully gold, like plated, kind of sign that now has been completely torn apart. It seems that every once in a while, when they have like money issues, they come back to the sign and take out one of the golden letters from it. And at the end of it has a beautiful golden three-pronged fork on it.
Oh. Can I take it
Fork.
off of the of the sign?
I won't even make you roll. It feels like destiny. You yoink the fork out of it, and you feel the power of the prophecy fulfilling itself. And you know you're ready for whatever may come.
When Neckmeat takes the fork off the sign, though, you know how like
Uh,
Sword of the Stone, they just like hold it up in the air. Neckmeat's gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
yeah, you do that, and you feel like the wriggling of paper in your pocket, and you take it out, and you see it's your favorite page of 1001 Pieces. It's the page where your favorite character, Foxy Fofoa, is wielding his three forks, one in his mouth and two in his hands, the three forked style. And you feel very powerful right now.
And Neckmeat's gonna attempt to find its way back to the
Awesome.
inn. If it
Yeah, you make your way back to the inn. Do you go looking for Nina? Do you go where Winter and Mel were last time you saw
Uh,
them?
it's gonna go inside looking
Awesome.
for Nina.
Yeah, you go from the front. You don't even get to see the backyard. You enter the inn. You look for Nina's room, and it's pretty easy because Nina has that floral scent that follows her everywhere. So as soon as you just walk through the doors, and one smells really nice, you go, oh, that's Nina. And you enter in. You see her kneeling to the side of her bed, fingers interlocked, praying.
Neckmeat will poke her with the fork. She'll be like, "Look what I found."
Ow, what the heck? I'm praying, Neckmeat.
Look at it.
It's cool, I'm proud of you. Can I go back to praying? I was almost done.
Oh. And Neckmeat's just gonna leave.
Nina will come out of her room like 10 minutes after Neckmeat leaves.
Yeah,
and
Nick
then,
probably lounges around the inn, kind
Yeah.
of like just looking at
she'll,
his
she'll
fork.
come out of the room, finish with her praying, and then she'll just scoop Neckmeat up, just pick him up, carrying him like a togepi again. And then she'll go and look for Wintercat and Mel. But
Yeah.
when she does eventually come across the scene, I want to know if the mercenaries are still there. Like, did they
Well,
go
you see
back
when you
to
get
their
there.
camping and nursing them?
Well, I imagine you first look around the inside of the inn, kind of expecting them to be there. Like, it's been like an hour since you last saw them, Nick me did the whole fork thing, and then you waited like 15 minutes before getting out of your room. So, like, it's been a full on hour since last time we've seen Winter and Songo. So you go out into the backyard. There are no one there at first sight. There seems to be the plum of the dying fire that was a campfire at some point. Um, you see Winter and Mel on the ground unconscious. Both of them have no shoes. Their scimitar and their crossbow are completely gone. And you see that the bag that Winter has, it's open on the open area of the backyard, and a bunch of things are thrown through the ground, and you see like a trail of little blood that disappears. It's been cleaned. It's a really weird scene to behold. And both Winter and Mel also don't have any shoes on.
Winter and Songo?
No, Mel.
Mel.
Oh, I.
Songo.
Nina will just like look between them and let out the most defeated sigh. Like, come on. And then she'll walk over to both of them, and she will use Cure Wounds on Mel
Hmm.
with a second level spell slot.
Okay.
Uh,
Roll that up for me.
yep. I'm clicking.
Okay, you get four. You get 9 points of health back.
How much health do you have maximum, Songo?
39.
She's 30 short.
She'll cast Cure Wounds again.
So how much would that heal?
Another 9. I'm rolling bad
So
for
18.
this.
We've all
Yeah.
been rolling like either
I'll do
very
it again.
terrible or they're very good.
There we go. So I heal you for a total of 29 points. And then I will use a bit of my lay on hands
I'm back,
to heal the
baby.
rest. So 29, I need 8 to heal you with lay on hands. So I heal you to full. But then she'll walk over to Wintercat, really fed up, knowing she's the cause of this. And she will heal Wintercat for 1 point, so that she's too weak to stand up.
Yeah,
Just
Winter,
1 point of health.
the last thing you remember, Winter, is you were doing an amazing job. You were quick-witted enough to realize the conversation was going nowhere, and so you drew first, and things were going great. You were winning. You knocked out the merchant. You put him in your backpack, and then darkness.
Yeah.
And then you flutter your eyes open. Your body hurts like crazy. Everything hurts. Things that you didn't know could hurt. And you're looking up at the sky, except for like Nina's face, looking very disappointed at you.
I'm just gonna do the brain winner cat and then just pass back out. Cause I'm too weak to move anyways.
Awesome. Also, you don't feel your backpack in your bag. Your backpack on you that you
I'm
had when you passed
I'm
out.
too much in pain to carry it off.
Okay.
It distracts me a lot, but I am like I'm out of it.
Nina will turn to Mel with the same, like, super disappointed look. And will point down at Wintercat and say, bandage her. And then she'll go and check on the bag.
Awesome. Yeah.
Nina is
You
refusing to use any more healing magic on Wintercat kind of letting her learn her lesson.
You barely heal me to begin with.
You check on the bag. You see coffers of money open, empty. You see racks of like sheets that would have weapons on them, completely gone. You see racks where armor would be like displayed, completely emptied. You see a bookshelf, a whole ass bookshelf on the ground, completely empty.
Where's all my
And
people? Why didn't they
also,
defend
Winter,
the bag?
I need you to reduce the amount of money you have to 50 gold because the rest that you have in your coffers was completely stolen from you.
Me to 50. All right.
Yeah. You're down to 50 gold. But yeah, and you are familiar with this kind of magic bag. Well, with the kind of bag that this is. Uh, if these people had entered the bag, they would have been faced with the fullness of all the people living inside of it. But because they didn't do it, they instead probably reached inside and thought of things they wanted to steal from her, and then took those out directly. So they didn't have
So
to
the
interact
people are
with any.
fine.
The people are probably super fine. They probably don't even know what happened. They probably because when you reach your hand inside and think of something you want, that thing is teleported to your hand and you take it out.
I assume I lost a lot of like items. Can you like uncheck mark the items I lost?
Absolutely. Hold on.
Nina will, since Wintercat is fully knocked out and Mel is bandaging her, she'll climb into the bag, go around checking on the people, checking on Grandma, just making sure everybody's okay. And she sees that everyone is all right, so she kind of gives them all a princessy bow and steps out of the bag and closes it. And she will mutter to herself, I'm just gonna let her deal with this. In regards to Wintercat, like, she's gonna wipe her hands clean of it and let Wintercat deal with her mess. She's not mad this time, she's just extremely disappointed.
Nice.
What's new?
There you go.
Thank you.
And also, Nina, you do notice they also stole their shoes and and Mel's boots.
My boobs.
And your crossbow too. Actually, you don't have a crossbow anymore.
Do I still have my dagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Mel is new to the party and Nina still wants to try to make sure that they're friendly, she'll walk over to Mel and hand her a single gold coin and say, go get yourself some new shoes.
No, it's fine. I still
Go
got
get
some on
yourself
me.
some new shoes. And she just says it way more firmly this time. Like, making it guaranteed that this is not a choice. She's very, very, very upset.
Bella just casually, like, nods once and just casually nodding once and saying, yeah, maybe in the morning, then I'll go get a new pair of shoes.
Now.
But you don't know if
Now.
the shops are closed.
I don't care. You gotta go find a pair of shoes.
She's not laughing. I'm just laughing at how serious you are.
Yeah, Nina's just gonna be like, go find a pair of shoes. I don't care where you get them, but you are
Well, this
not
goes
coming
on.
back to the inn until
I'm
you
gonna
have
go to the
them.
bathroom while this
Alright,
goes on.
okay.
Yeah. And Nina
Did you
will
actually try to bandage me up, Mel?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I just wanted to confirm on that.
As soon as Mel leaves and goes off to
Yeah.
get the shoes, Nina is gonna grab Wintercat and drag her back to the inn and start bandaging her herself. Still refusing to use any of her healing magics. And I have healed you before, Wintercat. I just usually heal you outside of combat.
You usually don't heal me much. I'm usually your
Honestly,
disappointment.
a lot of the combats that have come up, we really didn't need much of my own healing.
No.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Head on. I chose to drag Wintercat back to the inn room.
Awesome.
And bandage her myself because Mel refused to do it.
Yeah, you bandage up Wintercat.
And I refuse to use any like healing magic, so Wintercat has to like heal on her own time.
Awesome. I think the biggest question is, does Mel get new shoes?
Uh, you know how Nina said, just no matter how you can find them?
Yeah.
Uh, can Mel, like, search around, like, the town, like, seeing if there's any, like, you know how Neckmeat was, like, looking through, like, the trash, right? I
Yeah.
would assume there would be some, like, not everywhere, but, like, the occasional, like, junk pile that's around.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be just, like, looking around.
Yeah, you find a set of boots. They don't fit you perfectly, and they have a few holes, but they're useful. They're usable.
Do the job, you know?
Yep. You get yourself a new old pair of boots.
Nice.
And I imagine you guys want to rest for the night?
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wait, am I awake at all? Did I wake up, or was I still asleep?
You can wake
You woke
up.
up for a second and then passed right back out.
Yeah.
Am I strong enough to get up?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if you're strong enough to get knocked out completely and then wake up.
Well, I think you're good.
Yeah, you're good. You, after an hour or so, you wake up.
All right. So, when I wake up, I would like to find my bag wherever it is.
You wake up in a bed in an inn room by yourself.
I will have brought the bag in.
Yeah, the bag is next to your bed.
I see that my shoes are gone.
Yeah.
I look in my bag and I see all of my money is gone.
Mhm.
So I take my socks off and put them on my bag. I grab my money and I give it to whichever team member I see while I walk out of the tavern,
Okay.
and then I disappear for the night trying to steal gold.
Okay. Roll me a stealth.
Lesson not learned.
Roll me a
You know what'd
stealth
be
check.
funny?
Mhm.
If Mela... Oh! Oh, you're fine.
And
Mela's
you're
not gonna
fine.
help you. You're
And now
fine.
roll me a sleight of hand check.
All right, can I use my gloves of thieving?
Yeah.
They didn't steal them! Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
You leave in the middle of the night. You stealthily leave your bag of gold with one of the people in your group without them noticing. You scurry into the night, and I'm gonna roll to see how much money you steal from these people. You manage to bag 20 gold after basically cleaning the whole town of their money.
All
You go
right.
into every house, into every room of every house, and you look up every nook and cranny of every place people are sleeping and living in, and you steal everything from them.
Nice. The 20 gold. Who did I drop that off at?
The 50 gold of yours,
Oh yeah, the 50 gold.
probably neck meat.
All right, it's neck meats now. I'm starting fresh. That's my 20.
Okay. Okay.
And
Neck
then
meat, add 50 gold to your inventory.
And Neckmeat isn't even gonna notice the bag, and it's just gonna continue on life without it.
Okay. Don't. That 50 gold is forfeit. Awesome.
He just forgets it in the room. It doesn't even know that it had it.
Can I roll a perception check when I wake up to see if I notice the bag of gold?
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah, you notice the 50 gold.
Oh!
I just take it.
Awesome. The next morning arrives. You wake up, and what do you guys do?
I put my socks in my bag, and
Mhm.
and then I walk alongside the group to go get Brecky, I guess.
Awesome, yeah.
I
Wait, should we be at full health now?
Yeah, all of your
okay.
full health.
Mella's gonna hand Nina the gold coin. Uh, I found a pair of boots. I didn't really need this.
Good.
It's just like showing off
She'll
like
just
the
say a simple
boots.
good. All of Anita's pleasantries and niceness towards Mel are all gone, and she's just monotone.
Excuse me.
She's still upset. She's not mad. Like, she's still just disappointed. She's not as mad as she usually gets. But she's definitely not treating Mel
Look,
like the new visitor anymore.
look, your friend there got into a fight, and I tried to help bail her out. It was her own fault. She tried to take somebody hostage in the bag.
I I take the 20 gold I made, I hand it to Mel and be like, "Thank you for your help. I tried to get us a ticket into the castle. That seems to be where Sango ended up. Uh, and I wasn't getting anywhere with talking. So I was gonna pull a swipey so we could sneak in there and then give their stuff back after. It did not go according to plan.
Yeah, so she tried to take somebody hostage.
I was just holding them in there temporarily. You know they would have gotten
That's
milk and
still holding
cookies.
somebody hostage.
As they're, like, arguing, trying to, like, tell each other's side of the story to Nina and whatnot, like, prove that
Oh no, I
they're
was
the
just talking
innocent
to
one or
Sango.
whatever.
Yeah.
Nina's just gonna keep walking away. She's going back to where the bag was the previous night to see if she can't follow the blood trail.
Nice.
The blood trail doesn't go anywhere because it seems that whoever was bleeding was patched on the spot before moving.
She'll grunt in frustration. Try to find some more clues. Seems like she wants to find whoever they fought so that she can apologize.
Okay, roll me a investigation check to see what you can find in the area. 17. You find uh, what seems to be in between the tall grass behind one of the logs surrounding the campfire. You find a badge of a mercenary brand that has been bent by what seems to be a crossbow bolt hitting it.
I'll pick it up and I'll walk back into town and look for anyone else that might be wearing
Yeah,
a
you
similar
walk
badge.
into town and you notice something interesting. There seems to be a town gathering in the center of the town, in town square. And you see what seems to be a mayor trying to calm a group of agitated people.
I'll walk up to the crowd and just listen from the back.
Yeah, you see the mayor going, it's okay, it's okay. Everybody calm down, please. I've heard your words and I understand. The situation is dire. But listen, we still have a week or two before the tithe has to be paid to Shady's hands. I am sure we will find a way of, of making enough money to survive for another quarter of the year. Do not worry, my friends. We've survived so far, and we will survive again. And the lady goes, but that's not the problem. The problem is that someone took it. We had it already. Less and less people are coming to this town every month. It is important, and the tithe keeps going up. We are not made of money. We're gonna be like the other town and start having to send our young ones for the draft. Is that what you want? You want us to sell our young ones for the draft? And he goes, no, no, of course not. That's why I'm telling you. We just need to work a little harder. And there is just we have investigating actively investigating who is responsible for this. Now listen to me. We just we I And she goes, and where are the guards? Why don't the guards investigate? And he goes, the guards, we had to send them to the draft again. Uh,
Again.
we are waiting for a new batch
Again.
to be trained so they can fulfill their duties to this town as is due. And it just goes on and on. People are just very agitated about something.
Nina will start pushing her way to the front, and then she's very clearly an outsider, wearing all of her bright blue and having big pink ears and everything. She's very clearly an outsider, and she'll say very loud in front of the crowd, "How much is the tithe?"
They look at it. They all look at each other and go, "It's 17 gold." And the other one says, "It wasn't 15." And the other one says, "It used to be 15, but now it is 17."
Nina will toss the bag of 50 gold at the feet of the mayor and then walk away.
People go, "Oh my goodness, oh my god." And you walk away as you see the crowd now gathering closer as the mayor starts counting, starts looking around to find you, but you have already long left the range of view of this man that is now surrounded by people shaking him by his shoulder and smiling, and mothers like hugging their children because they don't need to go to the draft. As you reconvene with your group.
Mhm. Did I see anybody with that badge, by the way?
Uh, I will say you did not see anyone with that badge. It doesn't seem that the mercenary group is from this town.
She'll pocket it and just keep an eye out.
Awesome, yeah. The badge itself it says Everglade, and the center of it seems to be the symbol of an ever tree, which is a very distinct shape of tree.
Would that be... Well, we're in a desert and then a swamp, so I don't know if that'd be in this area. Either way, Nina will go back to the group and will ask, does anybody know how we can obtain a key to the kingdom without murdering a group of people?
You get back, but Kat has already left. I'm going towards the castle.
Oh no.
Or like any towns along the way. The closest town next to the castle. Kat's wandering off. Without shoes.
Excuse.
In a swamp.
After a short while of like looking around, because they obviously would have looked for her, Nina will get a little worried. By a little, I mean a lot, but she's trying to hide it, so it only looks like a little. And she will also just kind of set off in the same direction, trying to find her, thinking she probably would have wandered that way.
Mel and Nickmeat, are you following Nina?
Yeah.
Nickmeat has to, because Nina's carrying him like a
Oh yeah.
toby.
Yeah, I need to let my dog out real quick too, so I'll be right back for a moment.
Oh, he
Yeah,
sleeps
just
in
carry him
Nina's
like a toby.
arms.
And we go to try to find her. This is already such a drama-filled episode.
I got my stuff stolen and I'm having an existential crisis by restarting
You're
my
like,
gold.
I don't want to pay this 100 gold, and then you lose all.
The
So that is how D&D goes sometimes.
and then I stole 20
Yep.
gold and then I gave it away.
You
Restarting
stole
again.
20 gold, gave
Yeah.
it away, and then put a city in danger.
You gave them my old money, so you know what? They're fine.
Well, they're
Exactly.
fine now.
Sorry about Kato in the background.
No, you're good. It's okay. It's adorable.
Yeah, never say sorry, because we all love the cat.
Yup.
I'd say follow the Mel and Nina. Cat's slow void stealing and sneaking. wherever she
It's
can
it's
along the
the
way.
evil thief arc for winter.
You'll see what-
You're acting like this wasn't like
On
par for the course.
The world has been cruel to me, so I will be cruel to the world. I give what I get. It's like you tried to
Next
kidnap
character to
someone.
betray us will be Wintercat.
You try to take someone hostage to steal from them.
only
It's not this. You're
temporarily.
not. I'm like the Batman, except
Temporarily.
I murdered the parents that night. It's like no, Winter, listen. And 13-year-olds will be like, oh, she's like me for real, for real. I identify with this character. It's like, oh no, Joker all over again.
So yeah, we all head
my
out towards
gosh.
Shady Sands.
Yeah.
Wintercat on her own ahead, and Nina just following her tracks, trying to find her, probably using Mel's expertise to track her.
It's not very hard. I'm barefoot walking in a swamp.
You're
probably have-
barefoot walking, and you're covered head to toe in injuries that I refuse to heal
Yeah.
with magic.
So I will say it's a day of travel until you even approach, because Wintercat went ahead of you before you even like left, and she does stop like in between towns to steal from people.
Yeah.
I will say so far you've amassed around 30 gold in between towns, and throughout the day you guys slowly but surely start gaining like ground on Winter, and you've been following a trail of hers. White hairs, like especially with Mel on your group, it's very easy to track Winter because Mel is just so freaking good at what she does, right? So while you two would be looking for like footprints or any signs of Winter at a distance, Mel is like, it smells like wet cat, and then scurry, oh, a white hair, like the hue that only Winter cat would have, huh? Like hunter shit. So she's basically guiding you throughout towns, following the exact path that Winter has taken. It's nighttime, Winter. And hold on, I'm gonna put music to this because I need to respect my players' arcs. Uh, hold on, because I had this song saved somewhere. Let's see, is it this one? I have a playlist and it's just confusing to get through. Is it this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's nighttime, Winter. You have been going through from town to town, stealing from people, from everybody, no matter what. Every single coin you could get your hands on, you took. Your clothes got a little tattered now. Your hair's a little dirty. As you've been scurrying around every single place you could find, like close to the ground, just to sniff out any coins you could find. It's the third town you're hitting up. You've stolen from all the stores, you moved to all the inns and taverns you could find in this town, and now you're moving to the houses. This place you're not paying too much attention to your surroundings. But hold on, this is not done. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, you're good. It's just, both of them have mushrooms in the thumbnail, so I get confused. Um, you this town is pretty. It's like tall grass, but not too tall. In this nighttime, even in the darkness of the space you're in, with the vortex of death above you, this place manages to have a wistful beauty to it because it has like little fireflies flying around, and like some of the houses are giant mushrooms that have been repurposed into houses. This is a gnomish town. Like gnomes are very small. They're smaller than Roddy the adults, and the children look like tiny little hamsters. They're so small. Some of them. And you've been like going house through house, kind of stealing from people. And what is Winter feeling right now? How are you like doing emotionally?
I think it goes to my brain set in my childhood phase of I I just need money to survive. So now I like panicked and having existential dread.
Yeah.
I look like a wet rat, like streaming
Yeah.
about the streets, sleeping behind trash.
um, you are stealing from people, and you're out of yourself. It's that out of body experience, but you're seeing yourself do things that you would usually would not be okay with. And you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, right? But I imagine, Winter, you might be entering houses and stealing from. Usually, you would steal from like the pocket of a guy, right, or from a guard, maybe at most. But right now, you're like entering a house of like a couple and going into their like bookshelf and opening, like unlocking a little savings they have and like taking the money, right? You're
Yeah.
like not doing well right now, and
Yeah.
you crack open the door to a room. It's a very small room. You see little posters of boy bands on the walls. You see a veritable amount of homemade plushies because gnomes are very crafty, right? They are really good because they're so small, they're really good at handicraft. They're like the greatest handicrafters in the world, some gnomes. And you see these beautifully designed plushies, piles of them, and you see a in front of a bed, like at the tendale of the bed, you see a nightstand with a coffer on it, a beautiful pink coffer with like frailings on it, and you can smell money inside of there.
Money.
What do you do?
I get closer and I shake it and
Makes
inspect it more.
makes it's gold. You know the sound of gold against gold, gold coins inside of there for sure, in a good amount.
Is there a way to open it, or is it only by
Oh,
smashing?
oh, you can unlock it if you want. You're
Oh,
very, yeah.
oh, I'm definitely unlocking that. I'm in the mindset of money.
You have unlocked previously like doors and coffers in dungeons. This is not an adventurer proof lock. This is a child proof lock, so it's pretty easy for you. A movement, a twist of your fingers with like your little cat claws poking through your gloves, and you open it. This wet rat of yourself kind of opens it, and the reflection of the gold against the moonlight kind of hits your eyes. And that's when you hear it. Minshula? You look in front of you, laying on the bed, hugging a teddy bear almost her size. A very young, gnomish girl is looking at you
Oh,
with wide open eyes.
oh.
When our cats become the Grinch.
And she looks at you for a moment and seeing no response, she goes, "You're Minshula." And she kind of reaches to her to another nightstand on the side of her bed next to a chair and grabs a storybook and she like pages through it and shows you. And you see, Minshula is the name these people gave it, but you know this figure. This is a fae. The story about a fae that is this puff of like snow of the north that goes into houses and basically is a sign of like fortune. It's like this is the spirit of like the fortune in the middle of winter, you know. It's a very it's like a Robin Hood esque kind of figure, but instead of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, it takes from the poor and in exchange it brings like good tides to them, right? She's kind of looking at you and smiling and pointing. Is this you?
Oh, I'm having like a panic of, oh god, what is this? I look at the
She
child and my heart melts and I don't know what to say. I just like slowly nod.
she goes, my mom told me you were not real, but she's very nervous. But I knew you were. She kind of blushes a little bit, and uh, she goes, "Are you here to stop the bad dragon?"
Yeah, very, the veriest of bad dragon.
She kind of smiles and kind of hugs her teddy bear and shrinks on her bed, and she goes, "Okay, I didn't see." She kind of pretends to go asleep, but still pokes her very obviously. It's like looking at you between like squinted eyes, pretending to sleep.
I think at this point I kind of see the errors in my way. I'm like my brain has turned a different direction and I feel terrible. So I close the money thing. I
Hmm.
leave the room and then I leave the bag of the 30 gold that I robbed from people in
Yeah.
front of her door
You live in
and
front of her
leave.
door. You go through the room and you look into the parents' room and you see a big queen size bed and a lady sleeping on it. And then and she's like by herself, like snuggled against her pillow. And you go across, and before you leave the house, you kind of look at the side, like the entrance area where people put their shoes and decorations, and you see a beautiful little portrait of like the lady and probably her husband and a baby version of the child you just interacted with.
Aw.
And you leave these two people by themselves and you scurry into the night. And after a few minutes of walking down the road, still looking like a wet rat that just got picked out of the sewers, the rest of your party catches up with you.
Oh. I think I just want to find a little grassy hill, even if it's kind of swampy and wet, and I'm just gonna lay on my back in the brain emote fashion on the Discord
Yeah.
and just and contemplate my life and all my
Yeah.
choices. I think that's the rest of my arc right now. Nom, nom, nom.
Nom, nom.
Group, you're back now. What do you do? My brain's dead. I no talk. I just look at sky and ponder.
Yeah, you guys reach Winter after like pursuing her the whole day.
Yeah.
Uh, I will spot her and then look to Mel. Can you go over to her and talk to her for a minute? I have to go speak with Grandma.
All right.
Because I assume did Wintercat leave the bag or did she bring it?
I brought
Winter?
bag with me, but it's laying beside me. Well,
Nina
I'm
will take the
bring-
bag slowly. Like they'll all walk over while Wintercat is having her moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll open the bag and go into the bag and look for
Okay.
Grandma.
What do we want to do? Winter Mel first or Nina Grandma?
Winter Mel first.
And neck meat's going in the bag with Nina.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still holding neck meat like a
Okay,
total
let's
beast,
do
so we'll
Winter and Mel
Winter.
first. Mel, you approach Winter.
So, just like Mal's gonna approach, like, yeah, you know I can track you, right?
I say nothing and just stare at the sky with a blank expression. That
Mal just like looks like down onto Winter's face, like blocking the sky.
I have slowly turned my hearing off. I'm not hearing anymore, and my pupils kind of dilate in two different
Cats.
directions.
Cats.
And that's gonna be the entire rest of my thing. I'm just gonna blank stare and like not focus on anything around me.
Literally just fully
Hey.
unplugged your brain physically.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
basically. I'm only thinking of you know, life's purpose and why are we alive? Why am I here?
Why are we
She's
here?
reevaluating
Just
her
to
whole.
suffer.
She's reevaluating her whole
Every
thing right
night I
now.
feel.
Yeah, that's basically it. No matter how much you ponder me, I am not going to say anything or
Can
even
I
realize
throw
you're
a
in
bit
front
of
of me.
mud on your face?
You could. I wouldn't flinch.
Mel's gonna just like throw a bit of mud on her face.
Like it's already
"Come
pretty
on."
muddy and wet, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little wet sound of it's her face.
yeah.
It's kind of funny. Yeah. Meanwhile, you, Nina, and Nekmi, you two enter the bag, and it's been a while. Last time you entered the bag, it was like a little hut. You enter the bag, and you arrive at like a marble opening of stairs inside a great mansion. Pillars that go up 20 feet just hold a ceiling above you, and drapes depicting winter as this like goddess, kind of like, very beautifully done, kind of like decor the walls. And there are like little decorations that hold like images of you guys too. It seems people are in the process of taking off the Songo decorations and replacing them with male decorations. It's still a work in progress. But you see like a great library where most books are fucking gone now. You see an opening, like a mansion goes. If you go back from where you entered, there are stairs that take you up. But if you go forward, the mansion opens up to an actual like glade, like flowers and grass and an open and a skybox that is obviously fake but like so immense that it's incredible that it exists here. A little lazy river follows along a path outside, and you see houses in here. This has the space inside the back has expanded from a little hut where a grandma lives to a full-on like another plane of existence itself.
Nina will take in the sights as she walks by, but she'll approach the first villager that she sees of the people that were kind of
Oh yeah, you
stolen.
see a little mole woman with like a red tuft of hair and freckles. Oh, hello there. It's been a while since we've seen you around here. What can I help you with?
She will give again another royal princessy bow and say,
Princess, of course. Yeah, you don't need to bow to me. You don't need to bow to me. Laddie,
could,
what can I do for you?
could you guide me to the grandma?
Oh, the granny. Yeah, of course. Yeah, she's on her hut, and she kind of points past a few trees and a little pond with like goose in them, where like six moth children are like learning from a priest, a paladin moth that's kind of teaching them, and like it has a little blackboard, and they're teaching them stuff. And behind that, atop of a small lazy hill, you see a hut that is reminds you of the structure you were inside of last time you were here.
Alright, Nina will make her way over, and as she passes the paladin and the children, she'll give them another bow and
Princess, princess! They all greet you very excitedly. The priest like, you need to give the royal princess respect, children. Please. There is a
Nekmi,
uh,
hierarchy.
while they walk away, Nekmi's just gonna wave at them too.
Neck me, that's neck me, neck me. Yeah, they recognize you
Nina,
100%.
as she walks by, will take any of like the sweets and chocolates from her ration, because I know some rations have like sweets in them for high
Yeah.
calorie stuff.
Hmm.
So take all the sweets out and give them to the children,
You give it to the
and then give
children.
one to neck meat.
The moth paladin was about to say something, and then he goes like, "No, it's okay. It's the princess. The princess. If she wants you, it's fine." And, and you kind of like nods and smiles and nods slowly, and you give them the candy, and then you make your way up the lazy hill into this cozy little hut, and you open the door, and it's a very homely place. You see little books in a bookshelf. You see a little candle that's been snuffed out. You see a what seems to be a little sweater that is being the process of being crocheted, laying on a table, and you see a grandma brewing something on a cauldron next to a fireplace, next to a window, her back turned to you.
Right. The grandma does notice this, but due to the whole event with the double bag thing and then seeing her in that other realm, Nina seems to have switched her mind about the grandma and seems to think she's some sort of like, not really a god, but obviously a higher form of being. Uh,
Nina,
so like Nina, when she walks in,
Nina.
what?
The only person that remembers that, I'm pretty sure, canonly would
Is
have been
Winter.
me. Yeah, you
Yeah.
wouldn't
Oh,
have
I didn't
known.
know that. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, then she just treats her like a normal grandma.
Awesome. Yeah, you
She's still
arrive.
doing the whole royal princessy
Yeah.
greeting and bow and everything, just as she's been taught.
Oh, dearie, it's so good to see you. Haven't seen you since, well, a while. Ah, you look so, your rosy cheeks are even rosier. She kind of pinches a cheek. I'll pinch your cheek. I'll pinch your cheek. She kind of pinches your cheek a couple of times.
Oh, thank you, Grandma. Uh,
Yes.
may I set Neckbeat down at the table,
Of
just so
course,
he
yeah,
has a
Nick.
nice
Mate, I
comfy
have
spot?
actually, and she kind of reaches to the fire and takes out like little oven thingy,
Stranger danger.
like recently baked chicken nuggies.
Stranger danger.
She puts them in a plate next to you, gives you a little glass of orange juice, and leaves you to do your thing. Goes, well, dearie, you are not one to come to me without purpose, like most people you meet. So I imagine you are looking for something. Hmm?
Yeah, we're currently in a bit of a dire situation. I'm sure you've noticed a lot of items in the bag town have gone missing.
I did, yes. I mean, Winter is one to take stuff outside of the bag often, so I assume she's doing good with those.
Unfortunately, that is not the case.
Hmm.
She she got into a fight with a group of
Hmm.
mercenaries and merchants.
Ah.
They they beat up her and our new companion and stole pretty much everything she owns. And I'm I'm here to ask if you could talk with her, give her support, because she's in the middle of
Oh.
an existential crisis, and I think she really needs you right now.
Yes, of course, dearie. I'll I'll be right back. She kind of, hobbles with a little walking stick, um, outside through the path. Everybody greets her. She seems to be pretty much a pillar of this community that has formed in Winter's backpack. A
People
community
she's
expanded
kidnapped.
expanded through diplomacy and kidnappings alike. Uh, I will not say which one has gifted the most people to this place, but she walks through the stairs out the door in the mansion, outside of the bag, kind of looks at Winter, kind of walks up to Winter, and it's like, Winter?
I still have mud on my face, and I'm still zoned out.
She kind
It's
of
like a
waves her.
complete gremlin.
She waves her little stick with prestidigitation and kind of cleans you up a little bit and kind of bonks you in the head with the thing, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. It's like a sharp, like it's not damage, but it's sharp pain.
Oh, I
Winter.
uh, I raise my hands, right, like above my
Mm.
head while I'm laying down. I roll over so that my face is in the mud. And then go back to zoning out.
She has become one with the mud.
One with the mud. She kind of goes, Winter, can you hear me? Moan in existential dread if you can hear me, dearie. Oh yeah, she can hear me for sure. Listen, I know for a fact that you haven't had it easy, dearie. People usually when they hear about a princess going through stuff, they imagine deciding which prince they're gonna marry. But the truth is, you don't come from a kingdom like that. You come from a very harsh place, both in environment and in people in there. And I know you haven't been dealt the best hand in the world. She kind of looks at you, Winter, and goes, "Do you do you care for your friends, Winter, dearie?"
The cat the cat goes into a mode of not being able to respond again, but then you know those ugly cries where you go vroom, 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 vroom. She
Yeah,
starts doing that in the
yeah.
mud.
What are you trying to say in between your cries? Because she can understand it for sure, but for the audience's sake, what are you
It,
saying
there
between
was
your
no
ugly
words
cries?
said. She just started she just starts bawling.
Well, what is the meaning of it
uh
behind your cries?
hmm that she loves her friends and she wishes that uh brain that she can do better, and she wonders if money would even solve any issues. And she just wants
Jeez.
to lay in bed and eat cookies with grandma
Grandma kind
and
of chuckles.
have Nina not be mean to her for once.
Uh, she kind of chuckles a little bit and she goes, "I think that money is a very powerful tool to deal with those who don't see a value in you. But I think these people you're with, they see your value with you. I don't think they're angry at you because you don't have enough gold or because you're not useful enough to them. I think they value you for who you are and they're angry because they know you can do better, dearie."
But she's angry all the time.
Well, have you tried talking to her about this?
I sniffle and raise my head up. Can I have a cookie?
She kind of like kind of dusts your face off, prestidigitation cleans it, and takes out a freshly baked cookie and sluts it in your mouth like a like a token in the slot machine. There, dearie. You are doing really well. You're putting a lot of effort into being a good friend. Just sometimes we are people, we make mistakes. And Nina might be angry with you right now. But I assure you that, like most things, it will pass.
The doubt
It is
seeps in my face.
it is up to you whether how long it takes. You are in control of your life. You're in control of yourself, even if sometimes it feels like you're not. And for what it's worth, I believe you can do better. And I trust that you will. You need to start seeing the value in other people beyond the gold that they have in their pocket. It, do you think do you think neck meat is worse than Nina because he doesn't have as much money?
To be honest, I think he's better sometimes because I just have to give him Nuggy and he cheers me up.
If Nina is not a princess currently. Not for now. She doesn't have access to the monies she used to have. Is she a worse person because of that in your eyes?
No, but she goes through money more than I do.
She smiles and she goes, "Then why won't you let them appreciate you beyond the money in your pocket? Why can't you afford yourself the same love that you afford others, free of charge?"
I eat my cookie and then I get up and I respond with, "I would like a bath."
We have a bathhouse in the bag.
All right. I jump in the bag and I go to bathhouse.
You go to the bathhouse. And Mel, she looks at you and she goes, "You should take a bath too. You reek of dragon. It's a horrible smell. It's like a wet dog, but without the fur."
Well, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh.
Normally I cover myself in mud to hide my scent.
I
That's a good
grab
technique.
Mel's hand and I'm like, come to bath with me.
How
Bathhouse.
how come you ignore me when I was just dropping mud on your face, but
Wait, you're dropping mud on my face? Is that where this came from?
yes,
Why would you drop mud on my face?
to get your attention.
It's kind of rude.
How else was I supposed to get your attention? Smack you with the stick?
You guys go inside the bag, and the grandma kind of goes to get Nina, fetch Nina neck meat, and goes like, "Dearie, your friends are going to the bathhouse, dearie. You should go to join them." And she kind of pinches your cheek again, Nina, and she goes, "Go easy on her, okay? Just this once."
All right.
"Thank you, dearie." She kind of smiles, a little warm old lady smile. She goes, "I'll make sure to pay you with cookies when you come back later. I need to make a new badge." She kind of goes, waddles to the brewing thing and brews again. I go, "Go, go, they're waiting for you. The
When she
water's gonna get cold."
goes over there, she'll see that while Nina was waiting, she brewed her a nice pot of tea.
Ooh, she kind of like, "Oh my goodness," and kind of like sips the tea like an old grounding. The sippies.
Nina will pick the neck meat back up and then head towards the bathhouse.
Yeah. You arrive to this beautiful like marble leaden hot spring area with like the fumes of like hot water and like a soapy scent, like there's salt waters in here, and like a beautiful like rendition of a huge fennec with an open mouth shooting hot water into the into the pool. And you see Winter and Mel kind of like laying there, taking a bath.
Uh, Nina will set down neck meat and then she'll go to the change room and change into a swimsuit.
Yeah.
With a towel over top of it, and then go relax with them, sitting next to Winter Cat without a word. But not being mean or giving her any weird looks.
Oh,
Nice.
I also have a pet rat named Strat that roams in my bag. He is there with us right now, and I am giving him boops and love. Like, just, on the edge.
Mel's just like chilling there, like, do I really need to take a bath currently? I wasn't smelling that bad originally.
You smell really bad. You need a bath.
I took a bath like a month ago. It's honestly been the shortest time I haven't taken a bath.
I think the only one that's taken a bath, like the most recent that I remember in the D&D campaign was Nina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nina
You all
tries to take a
smelled kind
bath
of
like
funky.
the second that she can.
Yeah. All of you smelled kind of funky except for Nina.
Mhm.
Goodness.
So do
But
you say anything to each other?
I stay
Nina just
silent until
Nina also stays silent, but she'll give Winter Cat a couple pats on the head. Kind of like a gentle, trying to be nice and like show signs that she's trying to be nice.
Cat doesn't is unsure if is nice or not. So Cat just stays silent petting Rat. But I think my bond with Mel has gained. I now have trust.
Nice.
It's funny you say that way because I've been playing a system that I wanted to share with you later in the week called Favula Ultima, which is inspired by JRPGs, and it's very like I think that's a system that would be really good for all of you because it doesn't have as many rules as D&D. It's mostly narrative driven.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and what you just said, it has bonds in there. Like it's a mechanic that you can have bonds with people that can improve and give you more power, the power of friendship, literally.
Oh, I love that.
It's the main
Nice.
mechanic
There's
of the
also
game is the power of
a
friendship. Hmm?
there's also a or not a campaign, a book that Wintercat showed me that's on a Kickstarter that I wanted to point you to at some point, Eden.
Yeah.
I just need to go find the link.
I'll send it to you later.
It
Yeah,
looked
I'll send
good.
you the PDF for the Fabula Woodmire. But I
I would
think
love that.
this is a really good place to stop for now.
True, we have been going for 2 hours.
How have we been going for 2
Now
hours?
the only
Yes, sir.
question is Yariko live? Oh, look at that, she is! Let's go.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Songo, you're huge.
I'm not trying to be. I apologize.
I think I made you that way on purpose.
Big.
Big. But at least I think I got. Oh, Songo gone. I think I got my biggest arc out of the way for the ending upcoming.
Ooh, this was a big Wintercat episode.
Yeah. It's been a while
And
since
I
we had
like
one of those.
how Aiden was at the start said, "Hey, let's do a narrative centered
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
today," and then Wintercat was like, "No."
This wouldn't have happened if I didn't lose.
Uh-huh.
Need the money.
Yeah, if my money didn't disappear and we didn't lose to the tavern guy and I got us a ticket into the castle, I don't think this would have happened.
It's a player-driven game. What can I say?
What is
That's why when
happening?
you're a DM, you always have to be fluid with
Yeah.
the way you run your
Craziness, I suppose.
campaigns.
Well, I
That's
mean,
why
it's easy
Eden's
when
the
I
best.
have great players like all of you. It's just really easy. You just kind of sit back
Also
and let it
easy for
happen.
you because you're one of the best DMs I've ever played with.
Aw.
Literally
Bro.
the best DM.
Yeah, honestly, 100% the best.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I've only played as a player a couple of times, but I've DM'd for a couple of years, and like your skill as a DM is so amazing.
Thank
So-
you. I appreciate it a lot.
Uh,
Hmm?
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 Hmm.
Hmm?
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
That's
Mm.
Among Us.
Among Us. Oh, I sent you, by the way, guys, the PDF for the thing. So if you wanna like read it, you don't need to read everything, right? But if you wanna like give it a little read to see how you feel about it, I would love to.
Is it
I
a
don't
whole
have to
20
read it.
support?
I'd play with you anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, same, but I also want to learn it.
Christ, that
because,
is a
like,
362-page
Don't worry.
document.
Most of the things in there, it's for the DM to know. The most important thing is like look at the classes. Like there is a directory in there, so you can look at the classes and just look at it if like what would you want to play and like start thinking of characters because unlike D&D, this is a very narrative driven game, so your backstory and your character motivations are very important.
Oh, I just clicked on the bestiary to see like the
Oh yeah,
enemy
there's a
stat line.
class that
I
lets you have
love
a pet,
this.
and it can be anything from a griffin. Like you can create your own monsters in this game
Oh,
to
that's
have as a
cool.
companion.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
This is
cool.
such a cool looking rule set. Like
This
all of the
is
stats and stuff, they all look just like a JRPG.
they are it's the JRPG of TTRPGs, and it's very anime. Like there is the mechanics on this game are literally the power of friendship and MC like plot armor. It's great. I love it.
Aiden, I
It's
know that I had that campaign for the D&D one. I can work on it longer. Can you make us a campaign?
I already have a
I
campaign done for
want it.
this.
You already
already have
built
a campaign.
one.
You
Right.
already have one.
In my free time, I like working on campaigns and designing stuff. I already have a campaign. The good thing about this is that the DM gets to create 2 to 3 cities, but each player gets to create 2 cities to add to the world.
Ooh, can we make
I
like
want to play this to start,
maps or
and
illustrations for
I
them?
need
Yeah,
this.
so if you guys in the meantime want to think of a character and what they would be and their motivations and backstory and like make up 2 cities for the or nations for the world, I would love that. And if you want to make a
I
map
am
for it, whatever
very
you feel like
sorry
doing,
beforehand, but I'm probably just gonna play Nina again.
it's okay.
You
No,
can
it's
make
Also,
a
okay.
different
before
version, Nina.
That's what I do.
Also, beforehand, you should absolutely send this to Bear and Jazz because we
Oh,
promised them
yes.
spots on the next Mimilive
Dude,
D&D
this game is
thing.
amazing because this
And
this kind of Fabula Ultima, the more players you have on the party, the better it is because you
Oh
have
my
more power
goodness.
of friendship. It's
So
literally
maybe
based on
6
power of friendship.
people.
Oh, this is
Oh,
I-
beautiful.
I'm
I'm
sorry to
excited.
make you do another campaign before
No, you're
I do
good.
mine, but
No, you're
like
awesome.
I'm looking at this and I want it. I want to play.
Bear and who else? Bear and Star
And Jazzy.
Jazzy.
and Jassy.
Starshade would be cool too, but I think we gotta be
We'll
careful with
stick
how
to
many.
Mimilive for
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Just because more
I
people
will
also
take.
means more gathering of the peoples.
If this system works and it's like and it vibes with us more than D&D, I'll probably
Yeah.
get Aiden to teach me how to DM,
Oh, also in this
and I'll
game,
run a
you guys
campaign.
you guys start at level 5, and you get to choose. I recommend choosing 3 classes and dispersing the class points in between because this game is very simple. There is not like a billion abilities. Each class has like I think 4 skills, and you can purchase them with a point of per level. So
Oh
you get up
wait, is
to
it like the Pokemon D&D one, like where you? Is it like the Pokemon one where each of them have? Okay, yeah. No, wait, never mind. I answered my own question. Go
Yeah.
on. Sorry.
So basically, if you start at level 5 and you have 5 skill points, and you can with those you can purchase and upgrade up to 5 abilities, or like 2 abilities and have one be level 3 and one be level 2. And the game recommends you to read all the classes and choose 3 to start with. So just read the basic rules, make a character in 2 nations, and then we can like get together when everybody has like that done, and I can walk you through all the process of creating the character and explaining basic rules. And because you guys play D&D, I will let you know it is 100 times simpler than D&D. So
Okay.
so rest assured,
I might overcomplicate things by overthinking, but
you're good.
Well, when it
Uh,
comes to a character, you can never overthink it. The more
Yeah.
story
no,
and
it's
stuff
not
you
because
have
of
in
that.
it,
Yes,
Because
we
like,
can.
no, I just overcomplicate stuff in general.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
so what I need you to do right now for the next time we meet is just make a backstory in a character that has like defined goals in the world, and then write up to it doesn't need to be complicated. It can literally be just a simple description of a nation. Just make 2 of those. And when everybody has the characters created and the world, we will go through the process of transforming that into the mechanics of the game.
I'm gonna be a
Sure.
farmer.
You can be a farmer, yeah.
I'm gonna be a farmer.
I'm probably gonna be a battle princess again,
That's good. You will be
which
like a
means Winter
vanguard.
Cat doesn't have to redo my outfit.
Daring today, aren't we?
I want to see
No,
what
I've
Dory
had.
does.
I haven't played much as a player, but like even before I was a VTuber, I tended to do this. Like all of the times that I was able to be a player, I always played Nina in a different fashion. Like one campaign that I did with a couple of friends from an old wargaming store that I used to go to. I played as Nina, but she was mute and had a musket sniper rifle.
Nice.
And she acted more like a cat than she did a fennec fox.
We've kind of went on a tangent about
Yeah.
another game in the D&D category. I think we should probably raid. So I'm gonna start that raid right now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Let's go say hi to Yariko.
Please see how her D&D is going.
And thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hope you had lots of fun. Sorry this turned into a cat plot spiral. Next
No, don't be
time,
sorry.
next
I
time we'll
was
do
planned
another
to
plot
happen,
spiral
I
with
had
someone
mine.
else.
So.
I'm just glad that in the D&D campaign this time, I was able to grow a bond with Melon.
Audible
Melon.
smack.
Melon.
Melon, you're never gonna beat the melon allegations. I'm
It's
sorry.
Melon. It's
Find
Melon
out
forever.
next time on D&D. We'll find out if Mel's hair is actually made of melon.
Time to eat melon.
I
hair.
Live-
playing
live
Fortnite
te-
every
live-
day. No one can stop me. Oh no. All right,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
raid
Let's
now.
go. Let's read.
Bye
Good night, Dad.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.